Okay, hello, welcome to week 9. We're almost done with this unit, guys. So, in this presentation, in this video, I want to focus on the feedback of the assignment of Unit 23, the past and real conditional, and the Google form. And this is very important because in this Google form you had to decide if the answer was of present and future unreal or past unreal conditionals. My recommendation is that every time that you do the assignment in my English Lab or Google form, save your answers, alright, to be compared with the feedback that I will give you. And this feedback, guys, it's a good tool to study and to be prepared for the exam. So study them, analyze them, even though they are a little bit long, analyze them during the week. All right, the first two exercises are part of Unit 23. All right, only the past unreal conditionals. You have two exercises that you needed to do in my English Lab, right? And I don't want to mention all of them, but I want to focus in some. Here, remember that they tell you something that occurred and you have to choose if it's true or not, or depending on what they are saying, if people did the thing or didn't do the thing. For example, let's look this number 3. If they had bought their tickets in advance, they would have saved money. Analyzing this, when you use the would and the base form, you are saying something that is not true. This is just hypothetical, right? It's just a hypothetical situation. They would have saved money. It means that they didn't save money. If they had bought their tickets in advance, it means that they didn't do it. Remember how you have to analyze. When you read them, it says they bought their tickets in advance. Obviously not, right, guys? They didn't buy the tickets in advance. This is the analysis that you have to do. First, I recommend you not to pay attention to the things that they are giving you or writing you. Just analyze the sentence. They wish they hadn't stayed at the hotel inside the park. This is the other structure possible. Here we have the if and the result. But here we are just showing the wish. Remember, we start with the person that is wishing. Then we have the wish and the person or thing that will receive the wish. In this case, is the same, right? They. So they wish they hadn't stayed. If it's they hadn't stayed at the hotel, it means that they did it, right? The hotel inside the park. Now when you have this clear in your head, when you already have this meaning, when you are sure what this is about, then you read and it will be easier for you to identify which one to choose. They stay at the hotel inside the park? Of course, because you know now that they wish they hadn't done it, right? They didn't stay. No, it's not true. So this is the correct one. And then we have this one, another with if. If they had called in advance, ooh, okay, if they had called, they didn't do it. They didn't call in advance, right? They would have known that someone rights were closed. That some rights, were closed. So then, this is the wish. They didn't know that some rights were closed. This is the correct one because they didn't call in advance. You already know when you read this. This is the analysis that you must do. I also want to remind you that this unit, past unreal conditionals, I like to call it the too late conditionals, right? The too late. Why? Because we cannot do anything to change it, right? Okay, it happens or it didn't happen, and we cannot change that. And in the structure, if you think in the structure, this is the longest structure of all the conditionals, right? 3 words, 2 words after the would, another word after if, not only a past tense but 2 different words because you have the past participle, the had all the time in the if, but not only the if I had a car. If you think if I had a car is a wish, right? It's not the too late structure, it's not the past unreal conditional because it's only the had as the verb of possession. But if you notice in the first one, if I had known, oh, it's not, this is not the possession. This is past participle because you have another verb here. Okay, be careful with that. This will be very, very helpful for you to identify if the if is of present and future unreal conditionals that are the wishes, or if this for the past unreal conditionals, the too late ones. If I had known, you cannot do anything. It's not a wish. You don't know, you didn't know, and you never know, right? So if I had known that It's a Wonderful Life was on TV last night, this is a movie, okay, the longest one. Obviously, result for this structure, no future. Okay, no future. Okay, can we use had watched only? No, because if you see had known, the past participle is the structure of the if. In my result, we use would. And you can be confused because you can tell me, oh, but in the present and future unreal conditionals about the wishes, we also use would. Yes, but remember, the clue for you is that you use would with a base form. But in this one, the last one, the longest one, you need the would plus have all the time plus the past participle of the verb because it's would plus present perfect. Would have watched because you cannot do anything to change it, right? Look here. And now we have the other structure, not if and result, but only the wish. I wish someone had told me that movie was on TV. Had told me. Had told me. Past, you see? Past participle. Not only past tense. Remember that with the other one, I say, I wish I had a car. I wish I played soccer. I wish I ate vegetables, right? Only the past tense and then the complement. But here we need the had always and the past participle of the verb. All right? Like in this one, number 7, look, George wishes he hadn't been, right? Hadn't been born. Okay, no would and not hadn't have been, no, hadn't been born. Okay, please analyze. If George's father hadn't gotten sick, okay, past participle, look in the if. In the if, not only the simple past, but the past participle always had, positive or negative, and the participle of the verb. If you see this structure, you need the longest result, not only would and the base form, but the would and present perfect, right? So would and present perfect, yes. This one is not possible. Okay, you have these two. Wouldn't have to run. This is just past tense and base form or infinitive in this case. You need wouldn't and present perfect. You see? Be careful with the structure, guys. Analyze the structure, what you have and what you need, what they are giving you and what you need to complement it. And the last 2 slides are part of the Google form, all right? Okay, in this Google form, I know that maybe this was not easy to solve because you have to have this analysis to see which one to choose, all right? And in the first one, look, if they, okay, if they, we don't have more context. and we have didn't stop or hadn't stopped. Both are possible, okay? Both are possible in the if. This one, if it is the wish, present and future unreal. Okay, they are not real, but it's a wish. Hadn't stopped. You have the had always, all the time, and the past participle. This is the past participle, right? Past participle sentence. Okay, both are possible in the if, the too late, right? But now let's analyze the result. Both of them use the would. Okay, but if it's the wish, if it's the simple past, you need would and base form. But what we have here, would have had. Would plus present perfect, or have all the time, and a past participle verb. They would have had an accident. Then we say, no, it's not the short one. This is the too late one. Okay, the too late one is the past unreal conditional. So, for this result, I need this if, this condition, all right? What about this one? He would walk. And look, the would again, but this time you don't have the have and the past participle of the verb, but you just have the base form. In this one, yes, the if is in simple past. But guys, listen, there is something important that you have to remember. If in your result you have would, the future, the present is not possible. The should, the can is not possible. Because should, can, future are not used for unreal conditionals. So lives is impossible, all right? In this case, would and base form, not would and present perfect. We need only the past, all right? I bought the watch if I had found, not only past, so it's the long one, right? Wouldn't have bought. Here you have the past participle of the verb. So what is missing? Wouldn't have. We need the would in the result. You have the if, you know that the would is needed. So this is not possible. Remember, guys, you have to analyze everything, every part of the sentences. All right, next one. If we had known, no simple past. No simple past. This is past perfect. Past participle. We need the would, not with base form, but with present perfect. Would have helped. Will, never. So in this one, never. And in this one, will never. Would, could be. Would, could be. This could be, this could be. So if you see the would and the past tense here, you just have to analyze what type of condition you have. If I could go, remember that we can use could instead of would, but you have base form. All right, the would must be, if I could go anywhere, it would be New Zealand. Would be. My wish. Would plus base form. You, healthier, if you add simple past, simple past, simple past. All right? In this case, I told you that would instead of could, but in this case, that is the if. This is the simple past of can, right? The possibility to go. This is referring for the possibility to go. So, but this simple past, the past of can. You, if you add less, simple past here, normal would. Would plus base form. You would be healthier if you add less junk food. All right, and for the last one, if my sister had time, simple past. You see? No past participle. She would travel. Would plus base form. The past, simple past is in the if. So you need the would in your result. And in this one, if I hadn't climbed the tree, I hadn't climbed. It's not like this one, only simple past. And it's again the had. If you notice, it's again the had. But the simple past had here is showing possession, the possession of the time. Here, the hadn't is showing the past participle because you have another verb here in participle, right? I hadn't climbed the tree, so it's the longest one, the too late one, nothing more to do. I want, this is future. And with past tense in the if, future is not possible. We need the would. Wouldn't have fallen. Would, positive or negative, have always, and the past participle of the verb. Alright? Please don't forget to analyze everything, guys. And I wish you the best. Study for the exam. Study for everything. Pay attention this week in the explanation, in the review, in the exercises that we will do, and you will be able to handle the 4 types of conditionals. Wish you the best.